Headed over to this building that I just sold. I'm sad about it. I'm kind of happy that it's gone, but at the same time, I'm kind of sad because the original plan for the building was to be able to level it and put a 4-unit in place of it. But with just kind of where we are with COVID, I thought it made sense just to go ahead and just sell the building off and just profit a little bit. Sometimes, y'all, it's okay to just take a little bit of profit instead of a lot of profit. And one thing that I always like to say is there will always be another deal. In the meantime, I wanted you guys to see the building, get a feel for the area, and understand why I purchased it. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the deal as we go. So stay tuned. So before we get to the building, I just want to let y'all know that it is vital 100% in whatever you do deal wise to make sure that you have an exit strategy. You know, my mentor always taught me that. And with this building, the initial plan didn't work out. The second initial plan didn't work out. So what I did is I had 3 exit strategies that I had in mind for this deal, just in case one didn't work. So the first initial plan of the building was to do an adaptive reuse project. And all an adaptive reuse project is taking the existing structure and returning the use into something else. So for this building, it had 2 commercial spaces at the bottom, and then 2, I would call it just extra spaces up top, but it was a mixed-use building. And my initial plan was to then turn all 4 units into multifamily property. But I was just kind of afraid of how the zoning works in this particular area, seeing that it was zoned for B1. So I could have kept it a mixed-use building. One thing that you delve into just kind of on the developing side or the development side is you got to understand how the entitlement process works, and you got to get better with, you've got to start, they call it a dance or orchestra, because you got to have all types of pieces in place. One being making sure that you're on the same page with the city as far as their planning and zoning is concerned, and their overall master plan for that area. So if it doesn't fit into the master plan for that city, then you'll have a lot of problems from the get-go. So number 1 was kind of out of the window for me. Number 2, I kind of floated around the idea of being able to flatten the building and turn it again into a 4-unit, but the initial hard cost kind of scared me in reference to just the market value of the area after the property would have been done. So I decided not to do that. So my third strategy was just to basically wholesale the building. When you're diving into deals like this, just make sure it's imperative that you know your exit strategy. So we're headed to the building. Stay tuned because I can't wait to show it to y'all.
How did we get here?
So it used to be basically an old real estate office. Down at the bottom you had 2 storefronts, and then up at the top you had office space. But you can see the brick is still in fantastic shape. I wanted to bring you guys out so you can get an actual look at the building itself. Used to be an old Masonic lodge. It's a large building. The lot is probably right at about 10,000 square feet. It sits right next to the city's library. What I like so much about this property was the fact that the central location, the location was amazing. It's an old historic building. You look down that street, you got a real busy street, but another part that I really enjoyed about the building itself was you are right on the cusp of a neighborhood. So if you look right here, you got a neighborhood. If you look down that street, you got a neighborhood. Imagine taking this building. Let me see if I can scoot back so y'all can see it better. Taking this building and turning it into a 4-unit, which is kind of where it sits. Now that we're done, let's talk about the real deal facts when it comes to this deal. I purchased the building for $7,000. How was this deal found? How was this deal sourced? I found the deal driving for dollars, how I usually find deals. We were driving for dollars, and I noticed the building. So I did what every self-respecting real estate investor would. I skipped Tracy on her, gave him a call. So after I talked to him, we agreed to a price. But I understood that if I had the right exit strategy, no matter what I did, I'd make money on this deal. So we put the building under contract for $7 grand. We went back and forth. Originally, he wanted 10 or 12 grand. Talked him down to $7 grand. Put the building under contract. Purchased a building with my funds. And we set, and I immediately got one of my buddies who is a commercial real estate broker to come and put a sign on the building. We put it on the market. It's set for about 2 months. And from those 2 months, we ended up getting it sold for about $15,000. So you have to be strategic when you're looking for properties. You can never go wrong with buying something at a deep discount. Usually if you buy it at a deep discount and you buy it low enough, then you'll be able to sell it for high. This video was just about how we were able to quick flip a commercial build. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.